Perfect. That would be awesome. Alright, so next one is versus TrueBloodPL. And this is a mirror. This is a mirror where we go first, which is a blessing here on the play. We've got all the thresholds that we need. We've got a nice turn 3 play with a ton of damage. We're definitely keeping this, so keep. There. Alright, so we're keeping this. We're going to go with a ruby first. Trying to hold out on the ridge as long as possible to see if we can use rage 1 on it. But next turn, if we don't get a blood resource, we're just going to play the ridge anyway for blood and see what happens. Alright, another pound, that's perfect. So we're going to go with blood here, making sure that we enable our champion power and play a bunny pound. That means that our next turn will be a 6 damage turn to the face with an arena regular play and a vortex. That's going to and this is a turn where our opponent won't be able to interact with. So Fury Chant. Oh, this is something else. All right. Chant. Yotul Chant deck. Okay, so how do we deal with that? Well, we're going to activate our champion power, use a pound, play the regular, play the vortex, 4 more damage, play the duelist, and pass a turn. So, and next turn, if the regular does, and if both troop doesn't die, he's facing a ton of damage again. Device and burn, that's okay. We're still going to do 6 on the next turn, and then he might just be dying on the turn after that. Never mind, we got another regular, that's perfect. So activate champion power, 2, and then 4, and then regular for 6, and then pound for 2 more. And we've got a shard to activate the 2 pounds on the next turn, so that would be a win on game 1. Unless we die on this turn, but I don't think... Art of Fire is cost 2 or 3, not sure. Either way we win. Alright, so... Against that deck, we're likely going to go low very fast. He is unlikely to be playing troops, so tendrils won't be that great. Priestess are a recurring source of damage that he needs to deal with, so I like them. Burn to the ground can wrap up the game, that's fine. Gaining life will be important here. Bolt to the face. Basically everything that we have will go to the face, so... do we go with 3 Priestess? Do we have anything better than Priestess to play? I think I'm bringing in 1 Heroic Outlaw. If we're down very low, or if we go late, Outlaw represent 8 damage, which is very, very significant here. But it is unlikely to go late. The Brutalizer are extra good. Maybe we want a Priestess, 1 more Priestess instead of the Burn to the ground. Make him deal with our recurring damage. Yeah, I think that's better. Make him deal with our recurring damage on the ground, and see there. He might be bringing in cleave against us. If that's the case, we could remove the duelist here. But first, Lanish, thank for the follow, sir. Appreciate it. Alright, so do we remove the duelist because we don't want to get blown out by cleave? And if we do, what do we bring in? I think we're going to go with that configuration, reducing the amount of targets that are meaningful for the cleaves. I mean, cleavating priestess, that's not a big deal. But the druidist here, I think we're going to bring our closers. And being on the draw here will be hard on us, but we might want to manage. Here we go. So game 2. And one of the big reasons to play Yotul in the constructed ladder is that games are fast. You can do a lot of games in a short amount of time, and if you're very short on time like I am, with a lot of real life commitment outside of the game, that is perfect. So this end, we are on the draw. We've got a device, 2 bolts, a vampire kiss, and an ebony pound. I think we keep this. If we don't draw a shard, it will suck. But any shard here, and we've got a lot of damage to the face. We've got some recurring damage. We've got some life drain. So I think we're keeping this on the draw. And he likely has a slightly slower deck than us. So I don't know what does it look like after board, but here we go. Perfect. We got a shard. Perfect. Button fusion device on turn 1. Got all the thresholds that we need and some charges. And we've got some very, very nice charge generation with the crackling bolts as well. So turn 2, it bounty pound for sure. And it's really turn 4 here. Oh, turn 3 might be very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's start with the bounty pound here. Then pass the turn. Our opponent didn't play anything on turn 2, which is fantastic. We're really open for your shard on the turn 3. For the big turn with the brutalizer, that would be perfect. Wait a minute. Oh, champion or 2. Opposing champion. Okay, so it doesn't hit us. We didn't get the shard needed, but I think that this turn we're just going to go a bunny pound 2, and since we have a lot of charge generation, we're just going to use Yotul here and go for 4 damage. And keep in mind that Mindpire, when an opposing champion draw a card, 1 damage, so it doesn't target the champion itself, it just targets us. But it's 1 damage a turn, and we've got a bunny pound, so we're ahead on the recurring damage for now. Unless he makes us draw cards with the fulmination, but that means more opportunities for shard, which is perfect. So let's play a shard, use champion power, go for 4 damage here, and go for the brutalizer. And if he doesn't have a burn, then he's going to be in a ton of trouble. Doesn't appear to have one. And wow, okay. 4. We're in a very good spot to win this game. But there are some very explosive turns that the Chen deck can have. Namely with the Art of Fire constant that will generate resources for him for each damage he deals to us. And there's a lot of ways for him to net positive resources by playing direct damage to the face cards on us. So he might just unload his hand here and maybe kill us with the perfect draw. So it does start with Art of Fire. Let's see if he has anything else. So he uses power, so that means that he most definitely has at least 1 direct damage to the face. Life Siphon for 1 to get 1 back. Eat Wave to kill the brutalizer and pass the turn. Okay. Getting another brutalizer is just icing on a cake here. So how do we play this? I think we could go Bolt for 3 and then champion power. Yeah, I guess that's the safest route. Just bolt him for 3, and let's not try to be fancy here. Let's just go with the pawn and win this game. Alright, so 2-0. This is another match win, which means we're adding 200 platinum to the prize pool for the end of the stream. And right now, viewers are starting to come in slowly but